Honorable Chief Minister Uttarakhand, Shri Pushkar Singh Dhami ji, Honorable Finance Minister, Government of Uttar Pradesh, Suresh Kumar Khanna ji, he is not yet here, but he is on the way. And Honorable Civil Aviation Minister, Government of Haryana, Vipul Goyal ji, Honorable Civil Aviation Minister from Government of Rajasthan, Gautam Kumar ji, Honorable Secretary Civil Aviation, Government of India, Samir Kumar Sinha ji, and Joint Secretaries, Ministry of Civil Aviation, and all the dignitaries and officials, representatives of the state government that are present here, industry partners, stakeholders, and all the enthusiasts from the aviation industry. Namaste and very good morning to each and every one of you. With great honor and pride, I welcome each one of you to the Northern Region Ministers' Conference, which is the first of its kind in the civil aviation sector. And it is so encouraging for me to see such good participation from the states and regional players in this premier conference itself. आप सभी का इस महत्वपूर्ण अवसर पर हार्दिक स्वागत एवं अनेक अनेक अभिनंदन। यह मेरे लिए अत्यंत गर्व और हर्ष का विषय है कि रीजनल कॉन्फ्रेंस की पहली कड़ी में ही हमें राज्यों की इतनी उत्साहजनक भागीदारी देखने को मिल रही है। Our aviation sector stands at the threshold of a new era driven by inclusion, innovation, and infrastructure growth. Under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, India's civil aviation sector has achieved unprecedented milestones driven by clarity, conviction, and a strong commitment to connect each and every corner of this great country. But much of the growth trajectory in Indian aviation, especially in the last 10 to 11 years, has come from the vision and the driving from the Ministry of Civil Aviation and the Government of India, and especially in terms of capacity building and also the connectivity in the country. But now I think it is time to strengthen the momentum through much deeper collaborations, much deeper relationships, especially with the states. The states must step up and play a more proactive role in building a comprehensive and a holistic aviation network across the country. Since the day I took charge as the Minister for Civil Aviation, I have realized that aviation is the new railways of the country. In the Parliament, let it be the question hour, zero hour, and any other discussion that happens, I've seen that the focus is mainly on civil aviation and it's been growing day by day. And there are almost 20 to 30 MPs submitting their representations every day trying to follow up in terms of growing the civil aviation network in the country. जैसे जैसे हवाई यात्रा लोगों के लिए सुलभ हुआ है, उसी तरह सबके बारे ये काफ़ी रुचि इस सिविल एविएशन में सबकी बढ़ती जा रही है और हर क्षेत्र में एयरपोर्ट और बेहतर कनेक्टिविटी की मांग भी लगातार बढ़ रही है। जब भी कोई मुख्यमंत्री दिल्ली आते हैं हमसे मिलने, तो निश्चित रूप से होता है कि एविएशन सेक्टर में काफ़ी चीज़ें वो बता के जाते हैं उनके स्टेट के बारे में, उनके रीजन के बारे में, उनके सेक्टर्स के बारे में। और उसी तरह हमारे आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी पुष्कर सिंह धामी जी बहुत बार आ चुके हैं, बहुत बार उत्तराखंड के विषय में वो उनके बारे में वो चर्चा करके गए हैं। तो इसी तरह मैंने देखा कि कोई भी मुख्यमंत्री आता है तो ज़रूर उड्डयन मंत्री से मिलते हैं और वहाँ पे वो एविएशन के बारे में बात करते हैं। तो हमें लगा मुख्यमंत्री जी आते हैं, सब लोग दिल्ली आते हैं, तो हमें भी एक बार उनके राज्यों में जाना पड़ेगा, राज्यों से मिलना पड़ेगा। उसी कोशिश में हमने आज यहाँ पे उत्तराखंड में ये अच्छा सा एक रीजनल कॉन्फ्रेंस हमने रखा है। और मैं पर्सनली बधाई देना चाहता हूँ हमारे आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री पुष्कर सिंह धामी जी को, जो 4 साल आज कंप्लीट कर रहे हैं, 4 years of excellent leadership for the government of Uttarakhand, especially the people of Uttarakhand, with exemplary leadership and with a commitment for the growth and development of the state of Uttarakhand. And with such active engagements from the states and taking a cue from the Honorable Prime Minister's mantra, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Prayas, Sabka Vishwas, I thought of initiating this region-wise Ministers' Conference on Civil Aviation to foster much deeper engagement between the states, state governments, center, and also the industry stakeholders. Through this strategic initiative, we aim to build regional opportunities, identify them, and also unlock the vast potential of especially Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities in the country. मेरा मानना है कि हर क्षेत्र की अपनी एक अलग खासियत होती है, आकांक्षाएं होती है और क्षमता भी होती है। इसलिए यह ज़रूरी है कि हर क्षेत्र की आवश्यकताओं को समझने और वहां की स्थिति के अनुसार प्रभावपूर्ण तरीके से सटीक प्रयास हम सब करें. In this significant regional conference series, we have scheduled this one to begin from Pune in the Western Conference, but due to a cabinet meeting happening on the same day, that got postponed, and the first one came out to be in Uttarakhand. और मुझे अत्यंत प्रसन्नता है कि यह आयोजन देवभूमि उत्तराखंड से हो रही है, माँ गंगा भूमि के उत्सव से हो रही है और पवित्र चार धाम की भूमि से हो रही है. I would like to mention that there are some larger states also in the northern region like Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, and much influential places like Delhi also. But the intent behind organizing this thing in Uttarakhand especially is that we have to take civil aviation to where it is required the most, to the smaller states, to the regions where the impact is going to be much more. And I see that the smaller states hold much stronger potential, especially in emerging verticals like helicopters, drones, and also setting up smaller regional airports. And this is a broader vision behind today's conference, and to unlock the immense potential that exists in the terms of civil aviation in the country. And if we look at this sector through numbers, we can clearly see the opportunity that exists today. In just 10 years, we have added 88 airports to the count of airports in the country, and that is one new airport every 40 days. It is unimaginable to add one airport in 40 days, and it has happened only in our country, India. And today, 4.6 lakh passengers are flying domestically, on an average 4.6 lakh, and we have had the fortune of touching 5 lakhs also in the month of February and March. And this we are seeing as compared to 2014, it was 1.8 lakh per day. So from 1.8 lakh per day in the last 10 years, we have grown up to 4.6 lakhs today. And in the last 10 years, every year we have been adding 60 new flights to the aircraft fleet in the country. And flying in India today has become more accessible, more available, and there is a constant effort from a ministry, from the industry also to make it more and more affordable. And I could see this being echoed in the last month IATA conference that happened in Delhi, where more than 1,500 plus international stakeholders from aviation were present. And in that also it echoed that Indian aviation is one of the brightest spots in the whole world, with a growth of more than 8 to 10% each and every year. And under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, Indian skies are getting more competitive, more collaborative, and more connected. Indian airlines are witnessing consistent double-digit growth, with 240 million passengers traveling annually, which exceeds the population of countries like Sri Lanka today. By 2030, the number is projected to rise up to 500 million passengers. And if I look at the recent numbers also, passengers carried by our domestic airlines during January to May 2025 have grown 8% as compared to the previous year itself. So this consistent 8 to 12% growth we are able to see across different regions and across different sectors. And one of the primary reasons for this growth has also been the brainchild of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, and the scheme was Udan scheme, which was Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik scheme. From the launch of Udan, a new golden chapter has started in the Indian aviation sector in the country. More than 15 million passengers, 1.5 crore passengers, have experienced the advantages of affordable air travel, allowing so many people to take their first flight also. This was Udan, the first Udan which was envisioned for 10 years. In the recent budget, Honorable Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman ji has announced that the Udan 2.0 also is being commissioned, and it is going to come into effect. And this is going to extend the same benefits to 4 crore more passengers in the country, with a special focus, which is very important for the Northern Conference states also. There is a special focus going to be put on hilly states, the Himalayan states, and especially the aspirational districts of the country. And if you look at the northern region alone, then since 2016, through Udan with a RCS budget of over 1,860 crores, we have operationalized around 27 airports, including Hisar recently, Shimla, Bathinda, Kishangarh, Bareilly, and Pantnagar. These projects have become transformational for interstate and also short region connectivity. I hold the view that the region has greatly benefited from the viability gap funding which has been provided by the Udan scheme to carry out these routes. And I would also like to extend that to the states with the idea that if the states also can come forward in offering the viability gap funding, then much better connectivity can be given to the shorter, smaller airports and the shorter routes where viability becomes a big challenge. And following the numbers, there we can clearly highlight the immense potential of the northern region also. In the last 1 decade itself, the annual aircraft movements in the northern region have increased by an impressive 380,000 flights. The passengers handled at the airports of the north have increased by 2.5 times now. And the terminal passenger handling capacity in the region has also seen remarkable growth, doubling from 69 million in 2013-14 to 154 million passengers per annum in 24-25. And the cargo expansion in the northern region has been unbelievable. The international freight has increased from 88% and domestic freight has increased by more than 90%. This is a phenomenal progress that we have achieved in cargo movement in the country. And in my first year as the aviation minister, 8 new airports have been inaugurated and 2 of which are coming from the northern region, Sarsawa in Uttar Pradesh and Hisar in Haryana. Numerous significant projects have been undertaken across the northern region to enhance aviation infrastructure, boost operational connectivity, and improve the overall passenger experience. Right here in Dehradun, the airport's new domestic passenger terminal was operationalized last year with an investment of more than 480 crores. Just 2 months ago, I visited the Jammu and Srinagar airports, which are witnessing rapid transformation. And at Jammu airport, the construction of a new civil enclave is progressing steadily and is on track for being commissioned by June 2026. But with an investment of approximately 850 crores, it will have an annual passenger handling capacity of 4.5 million, significantly enhancing connectivity and supporting the region's economic aspirations. The Srinagar airport, a symbol of Kashmir Valley's resurgence, has seen exponential growth in passenger traffic from 2.8 million passengers in 2019-20 to 4.5 million in 2024-25. In 5 years, we saw the passenger movement double itself in Srinagar airport. And we are now actively reviewing the proposal to expand Srinagar's airport capacity to 10 million passengers per annum, up from its capacity of 2.5 million passengers per annum. And in the last couple of years, many other significant developments have taken place in the northern region. We have given in principle approval for a greenfield airport in Kota, Rajasthan, which will boost air connectivity for this important educational and industrial hub in North India. Plans are underway to the construction of new terminal buildings at Udaipur and Jodhpur airports to meet the growing passenger demand. And Honorable Prime Minister last year laid the foundation stone for a new civil enclave at Agra in Uttar Pradesh also. And very soon, the largest airport in the northern region, and in fact can be in the entire country also, which is Jewar in Noida, is also set to become operational in Uttar Pradesh later this year. And airports, किसी भी क्षेत्र में आप देखेंगे तो आर्थिक विकास के इंजन होते हैं। 500 एकड़ जमीन पर एक छोटे एयरपोर्ट के माध्यम से 70,000 से 1 लाख तक के रोजगार अवसर पैदा करने की क्षमता उस एयरपोर्ट में रहती है। जरा सोचिए, हमारे पहाड़ी क्षेत्र में एक ऐसी एयरपोर्ट अगर बने तो कितने प्रभावशाली एक एयरपोर्ट वहाँ के इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी के लिए हो सकता है। ग्राउंड हैंडलर्स, एयरपोर्ट स्टाफ, and if you extend it outside the airport also, hoteliers, cab drivers, logistic providers, real estate development. There are so many avenues that open up just by building one airport in one region. और जेवर एयरपोर्ट की अगर एग्जाम्पल हम ले तो एक गौरवपूर्ण आदर्श एक उदाहरण हमारे लिए बनता है। वहाँ पे जेवर एयरपोर्ट के माध्यम से लगभग 10 लाख रोजगार के अवसर पैदा करने का एक सोच है। और इसी प्रोजेक्ट में अगर हम देखेंगे तो बनने के पहले ही जब कंस्ट्रक्शन होगा उसी टाइम 5 लाख रोजगार पैदा करने का अवसर ये जेवर एयरपोर्ट हमारे लिए दे रहा है। और करीब 7 करोड़ यात्रियों की क्षमता के साथ रोजगार, व्यापार, रियल एस्टेट और पर्यटन को बढ़ावा देने के लिए ये एयरपोर्ट एक आर्थिक केंद्र बिंदु बनने वाला है। That is why I request each and everyone who is present here, especially representing the states, that for leading the aviation growth and setting benchmarks in the country, it is very important that we constantly push and improve the infrastructure regarding aviation that is there with us right now. And I would also like to share some more facts regarding this. At Amritsar Airport, the average daily aircraft movements were 27 in 2014, and today they have increased up to 65. Chandigarh Airport has also seen a similar rise from 27 movements a day to 75 today. This is in the last 10 years. And looking at Dehradun Airport, in 2014, it was just connected only to Delhi and Lucknow, which had only 14 aircraft movements per day. And today it has grown up to 42 movements daily and connecting major cities like Mumbai, Bangalore, Kolkata, and other cities. Udaipur has also seen its connectivity doubled. Varanasi airports has seen its connectivity tripled in the last 10 years. तो इसलिए मैं कहूँगा कि आंकड़े केवल आंकड़े नहीं हैं, बल्कि ये हमारे लिए एक बढ़ती आकांक्षाओं को भी दर्शाता है. और इसलिए मेरा मानना है कि ये कॉन्फ्रेंस उत्तरी क्षेत्र के राज्यों के लिए अत्यंत महत्व होने वाला है. With substantial promise across verticals such as MROs, FTOs, drones, I think this region is going to lead in the India's aviation growth story. Before we move on, we have one-on-one meetings also with all the states so that we discuss individual issues regarding the states. The ministry are taking this opportunity to present the vision at the Ministry of Civil Aviation also. To have a combined approach and a collaborative approach, it is very important for us at the Ministry of Civil Aviation, Government of India, to understand the vision and the planning of the state governments. And it is important vice versa for the states also to understand the collective national mission towards infrastructure and aviation in the country. And this is why we have to see that MROs, FTOs, and other sectors like the drones, which are very, very important at a national stage, the states also kind of pick up this opportunity and dwell more into it. And we have seen the requirement of FTOs also grow. And especially in the northern region, I'm seeing like 10 FTOs that are present here today. And we have the Rajiv Gandhi University along with the Indira Gandhi Academy also here. And out of the 10, there are 5 in Uttar Pradesh only. The other states can also take lead because there is a huge requirement that is going to come up in the terms of pilots that are required in the country. And once you have more flights also coming in, and the official number that we have is around 1700 to 1800 plane orders we have in the country today. All these planes are going to add to our fleet in the country. Then imagine the number of pilots that are going to be required. And if we don't tap into generating these pilots indigenously, if we don't set up these FTOs, which are global standards in the country itself, there is going to be a loss in terms of training these pilots where they are going to go abroad or some other countries and going to train there and come back. So it is important for the states to take up this opportunity and try to utilize the infrastructure that is available to set up FTOs, to actively engage with the industry and to try to come up with innovative ideas in supporting the FTO industry in the country. And also when you have so many aircraft fleet also coming in, another important sector becomes the MRO also. It is a huge revenue generating sector, huge job creating sector. And the talent pool in the country is so high, especially with the engineering talent that we have in the country, we can't lose out in the opportunity of setting up MROs. And till today, there has been multiple different avenues that have been affecting us in setting up the MROs. But under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister and the geopolitical stance that India is taking today, India has become one of the best countries to have inter-country, these kind of MROs where inter-country obligations are there. Then India is one of the best countries to set them up. So it is important we look into how do we develop the MRO network in the country also. And likewise, if you see the northern region, where huge terrain is it's very difficult and very challenging, especially for air navigation, we can utilize the opportunity of having drone network also. And we have seen like places like Arunachal Pradesh, and we have seen in AIMS, Rishikesh also, along with Honorable Chief Minister, we have launched this, where we have been able to transport medical medicines through the drones that are available. So likewise, all the states which have very difficult terrain, they can utilize drones for much better activities in terms of governance also. It can be medical, it can be law and order, or it can be any other industry that you see, agriculture. So there are many different opportunities drone network is giving us today, but the states have to take lead and come up with innovative solutions in kind of providing much better governance to the people. So that is one important network that we are envisioning today, where the states have to take lead. And likewise, helicopter network is also very, very important. We are seeing that there are some challenges that are still prevailing, but from the ministry, we are giving an active push on that side. There has been a constant requirement in the helicopter industry that there has to be a special directorate. We can't be put in the regular fixed wing and be seen in the fixed wing process. So we from the ministry, in the last 1 year itself, we have started another directorate, especially for the rotary wing, where we feel is going to boost the helicopter operations in the country. There is a huge potential, and especially the northern region, air connectivity becomes very, very important in terms of the growth of the local industry also. We are seeing that the northern states, right from Rajasthan to Uttarakhand to Jammu and Kashmir, Uttar Pradesh, there is a huge movement of tourists also in these states. Whoever is coming to India is definitely visiting one of these northern state regions. So it is very, very important to improve the tourist network in the country, especially in the northern region. We have to develop the aviation infrastructure. We have to make it more seamless. In fact, along with the airports, heliport connectivity is also very, very important. So there are many things that we are still yet to do. And for that, we feel that in terms of Ministry of Civil Aviation, we are offering full support that is required for the states. And likewise, we want the states also to take aviation as a very important subject, very serious subject in the future. So it is with that idea that we have combined all of them together, and we are starting this regional conference. And after this, we have certain presentations also from the ministry, where we are going to talk about some of the ideas that we have at the ministry, and we are going to present it to the states also. And after the presentations, we'll have one-on-one meetings with each state. We are going to sit with them, listen to their issues, and we are going to offer our best support so that all the issues that you feel can be settled from the Ministry of Civil Aviation are going to be completely solved. So that is also there today. And I once again want to welcome each and every one of you for the first of its kind conference we are having in civil aviation, where we are with the idea of promoting federalism. We feel that aviation also requires that strong connect between the states and the center, and this is a representation of that commitment. This is a representation of the federalism, and I'm sure this is going to yield best results in the coming future. So once again, thank you for each and everyone who is present here, especially the ministers and the teams that have come here, and special thanks to the government of Uttarakhand and the Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami ji for being a wonderful host for this regional ministerial conference of the northern sector in Dehradun. Thank you very much.